Is this the new silenced minority? That's the question you'll ask yourself after this next clip, which shows a black Trump supporter at a restaurant being scoffed at by a member of the staff simply for wearing a MAGA hat. This is an incident that reveals the rumblings of something much deeper in the American political sphere, where black conservatives are made to feel like a misfit just for going against the narrative of how they should think. But there's a lot to unpack here, so let's get into it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point something out to y'all. Can I get all y'all's attention for a second? Y'all see that young lady right there? Hey, hold on a second. Excuse me, ma'am. You're the waitress. What's your name so we can know?
Shay.
Hi, Shay. Say hello.
No.
That's Shay. Let me tell y'all something what just happened with Shay. Now, Shay is the waitress for Hooters. Shay walked up to me and she said, saw my hat and said, "Are you a Trump supporter?" Yes. Whilst on her job.
This was not a lucky day for that staff member, because the person that you just saw this happen to happens to also be a very prominent YouTuber and radio host named Tommy Sotomayor, and he made sure that his thousands of followers knew exactly what happened. It's simple. No one minding their own business at a restaurant deserves to be singled out or ridiculed for their political affiliation, left or right. But for some reason, the waitress felt entitled to ask Tommy about his hat before flicking her hair and giving him the side eye after learning that he was a Trump supporter. Just imagine the arrogance to do that to a customer while you're literally on work hours representing a company like Hooters. And trust me, I was a server for 10 years of my life. I get it.
Because I don't care what kind of hat I had on, if you are servicing the people, would you then look at a person and say, what kind of, do you support Trump? And then when I said, yeah, she...
Dude, you're spending money here, dude. And you're spending money.
And I'm spending money. This all is revolving around a tip. Now, this brother was just trying to buy me a drink. That's all he was trying to do. And he told her, can he get a drink? She saw my hat, and the hat was offensive.
Only someone subsumed by their intersectional and racial lens of the world would see something wrong with a red hat on a black man. It stems from an identity-based lens of the world where somehow race and skin colors are made to correspond with a certain political worldview. Honestly, as much as I don't like the term microaggression, asking someone their political affiliation after looking at their skin color definitely falls neatly into the definition if you do. And by the way, it's behavior like this that can possibly take the legal route if such a provision of legal code existed, but the closest legislation the US has in protecting people from being discriminated against on the basis of political affiliation concerns employees and not the customers. And perhaps for good reason. Watch what happens next, and you'll see why.
You should have left me alone when I was asking you for a drink. You shouldn't have asked me what about my hat. You should have brought me my drink. So what I'm going to do is if she brings the manager, I'm going to let the manager know. Thank you, dear. I'm going to let the manager know that apparently my hat caused your employees so much problem. That's what I'm doing. So I hope she brings the manager down here. Don't around to make me ask her.
If you're somewhere spending your money,
thank you.
No, you're spending your money, dude. This is business. Keep your personal opinions to yourself.
Thank you.
Tommy was even able to make most rational people around him get behind him, and that is the best way to resolve something like this. Every business knows they're walking a thin legal and moral line when a customer feels sidelined or ridiculed for their beliefs, whether religious or political. When I was a server, I never asked any of those things, I just took your order. Add to this the fact that if an incident like this gets broadcast to thousands more people, it can bring them hundreds of bad reviews and a bad reputation. Which, yes, he very easily could call on his followers to do that, having a combined hundreds of thousands of followers across his channels and social media accounts. And you can imagine being a conservative online personality, Tommy has some respectable titles in the mass media space as well, a prominent one being the documentary called A Fatherless America, based on some of the social problems that he believes exist. Now for this particular altercation, though it could have turned heated, it eventually ended with a laugh when the manager came out and said he would even wear that hat, leaving the waitress frantic to explain herself. Just check this out.
Sir, you a manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you gotta give me a huge thing.
Yes, sir.
You had an individual who was a waitress here.
Okay.
The waitress got upset at me, not because I said anything to her. I got this big old party. Yes, just a second ago. You know what she got mad at me about? Right there. So she started talking crap to me and my table because of a freaking hat. When the dude that was asking her for the hat was just asking her right here.
Hair shave. What? I would wear that hat. Why are you making fun of the hat?
I didn't make fun of your hat. I said, are you a Trump supporter?
No, you made it
That's
an issue.
This was just one instance that came forward, but it's clear that this is just a symptom of some bad ideas that have taken hold in this country, stemming from a political culture that is quick to group individuals into white people or people of color, and then pitting them against each other. You're bound to expect friction when some individuals just don't conform to their presets of opinion, and instead believe what they want to. This clip may just be a sign of things to come as more people realize that race should have nothing to do with the ideas that you're expected to hold.